My name is Chang Esau, and I'm the President and CEO of Expect More Arizona. It started back with my father, who actually grew up in a small rural village in Taiwan. And from his very humble upbringings, was able ultimately to be so recognized after he got his PhD in physics at National Taiwan University that a professor at UCLA actually noticed him and gave him an opportunity to come to California to do a postdoctorate fellowship. And I was really fortunate to be able to be the beneficiary of growing up in really what I think was my father realizing the American dream. My father actually went on to help pioneer cellular technology, to be inducted into the National Academy of Sciences. He's actually a professor at UCLA today, and my whole life, education was absolutely it. It was the thing that my brother and I needed to get right, to get the best of.
I think what's most exciting about Expect More Arizona's ability to hire a young, proven leader, like Chang Esau, most recently from Teach for America and kind of leading the Teach for America Phoenix operation, and to attract a leader like that to come and take a broader perspective around how do we strengthen education in the state of Arizona is really kind of the dynamic with which we see Expect More Arizona as an organization growing and developing.
We have this ideal, this promise of freedom and of opportunity, and if you work hard, you can make it. And what I began to see was actually that promise isn't true for all Americans. And that's what led me to join Teach for America, which is the movement to make sure that all children in this country growing up have the opportunity to attain an excellent education. So I taught 5th grade for 2 years in East Los Angeles, and I began to see the systemic impact of the achievement gap in our country and what happens when kids are growing up in poverty and kids are going to school that aren't providing the high level of expectations and rigor that we really should expect out of all children. I think that's really what led me to my work at Expect More Arizona. Not only are we not living up to the American dream in America, I would say in Arizona in particular, we are falling behind. I think that Expect More Arizona has a really unique role. It starts with the way that it was formed through a group of collaborative partners, including the philanthropic community, the business community, and First Things First, the universities, and really the way that it kind of came together as collective impact to say, let's come together and together build a shared vision and talk about what could be possible for Arizonans if we raised the bar, if we had higher expectations for education for our kids, if we increased awareness, deepened our understanding, and inspired all Arizonans to get engaged.
But what's different about Expect More Arizona and what's unique about our ability to attract a leader like Pearl is that our state does really need a strategic leader, kind of what we've described as this umbrella organization, to ensure that all of us are working in the same direction, to ensure that all of us have a common vision for what we want for education in our state.
We're not living up to our promise to all of our kids that they would graduate from high school ready for college and career, and we're not building the foundation that we need for a competitive economy in the future. So this is a movement that's really near and dear to my heart, that started from a very personal place, and as I was through all the steps of my career, starting from when I was a teacher, the work that I did with parents, the work that I did with other teachers really helped me to see that it is possible to build a shared culture of high expectations and of excellence and of rigor. And when you do that, all students rise to the occasion, even English language learners, even students from low-income backgrounds, even students with disabilities. Every student can close the achievement gap, and we have to have the leadership that's bold enough to commit to that.
And to have a young leader who's working with us and brings a perspective that I think will add value to what we see for Expect More Arizona is only going to make it better.
I want to be able to look back and have a shared, a collective sense of accomplishment that we have done right by our kids, and we have done the absolute best that we could to put an education system in place that is graduating kids college and career ready.